Hey LeBron, you had been doing a lot of either driving Jalen to the hoop or backing him in. Is there a certain thing you're looking for before you go to the turnaround, and had you thought about that before actually doing it in the final possession there on the shot?
Yeah, for sure. I have been setting them up all night with the, back down to the drop step, to the baseline. So I figured he would sit on it, thinking that I would try it again. So went to my back down and gave a little dream shake to the baseline and was able to open up middle and, get my fade away.
Tatum and clearly been giving you guys problems as a team. What were you able to do down the stretch there to cause a couple turnovers and change it over?
Just trying to make it tough on him. The kid is special, and obviously that's the reason he's first-time All-Star. He's been special all year. Down the stretch we put KC on him as a designated defender, but he had 8 eyes behind him. He had 4 guys with 8 eyes on him, just trying to help him talk, communicate, just trying to make it tough on the kid. But he was special all night.
What were you feeling when you went to the floor there in the second
Uh, I didn't have much breath left. I got the wind knocked out of me. It's been a while since that happened.
LeBron, to get this win on this stage against that team, from a kind of mental, emotional standpoint, how does that pick you guys up, or can it pick you up?
Every game is its own challenge, and we knew that it was going to be a playoff type of atmosphere today. One, because of the rivalry. Two, because of how well they played against us in Boston. They beat the hell out of us there. And then 3, just on the simple fact, there's 2 teams that has aspirations of holding that trophy up at the end of the season. So, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. They knew what they were getting themselves into, and it was a great game for both teams.
LeBron, because you guys have been so successful this season, sometimes it's easy to forget that this is a pretty new group to one another, new coaching staff, new players, a lot. Are these types of games really valuable to be, like you said, playoff type atmosphere, have the final minute really matter, and does it tell you anything about this group?
Every experience is a teaching lesson for us. Like you said, having a new group and having a new coaching staff, a new system in place, and every game is another experience for us to get better and use this opportunity to get us better along the way. So today was a tough challenge for us. Understanding how pretty much that group has been together for years now. They've had that system in there in place, and for us to come and just play the game that we played today, no matter what was going on the floor, we just stuck with our guns and stuck with our game plan, and was able to execute down the stretch offensively and defensively, so to allow us to get the win.
Does it make it even more special playing in front of them?
No, it's just special to be a part of this rivalry. We understand that this has been going on since the 50s. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way through. So, to be a part of a rivalry, be part of a historical, 2-franchise group, it's just special. For us to be here in the present and be able to see, a lot of the Laker greats, a lot of Celtic greats, and then just out there doing what we love to do, just trying to represent this rivalry with the utmost respect and play the game the right way as all the former players on both sides have done in the past.
On that front, you use terms like bigger than basketball, the NBA being a brotherhood. What goes through your mind when you see Bill Russell, Mr. Celtic, wearing Kobe Bryant's jersey on the sideline?
Just respect. That's all. That was the first thing that went through my mind. Just respect. At the end of the day, both teams, throughout the years, they're gonna battle, they're gonna fight, and push, scratch, curse each other out. But at the end of the day, when you give it all to the floor, you have that mutual respect, and that's what it all boils down to.
You talk about every game being its own teaching lesson. Is the regular season different for you when it is a new group? I mean, do you need it more than you do when you've been together for a few years?
You always need the regular season, no matter if you've been together for a few years or not. That's just a simple fact of it. I mean, you have to build habits. You can't rely on a previous year going into the following year. That's cheating the game. That's disrespectful to the game and disrespectful to the process. So if you know anything about me, I'm all about the process. Every year in, every year out. And you want to get better with it, no matter if you're a new group or you're a group that's been together for years.
Are there certain areas you like to see your guys keep evolving offensively against some of the better defenses like Boston before the playoffs start?
Just continue to move the ball, share the ball, get the ball popping. We don't have to rely on, myself or AD, trying to bail us out, which we haven't done a lot lately. But, we know that we have 2 guys that can go get a bucket you know, or at least get a good look at it. But, you know, it's always better when the defense can't key on just one person. So, you know, KCP made some big shots today. You know, AD caught a pocket pass and was able to swing it to the corner to KCP. He knocked one down. Dwight was good, as he's been of late. You know, Rondo was great. AC, Kuz is great. Everybody who came.
Anthony, you guys, third quarter, the Celtics kind of came in, took control of the game. They went on a 15-point run, holding you guys to 6 points. But you guys had to adjust. How did you guys exactly do that?
Play a little defense. You know, they came out with, you know, a lot of offensive, you know, firepower, and they were making shots, and we were turning it over and missing shots. And we just had to get back to our defensive intensity. You know, we went small and tried to match guys up, you know, and stay in front of Tatum. He was hurting us all night and making some tough shots. And KCP came in and kind of turned the water off a little bit, especially in the fourth, and we were able to get the win.
And what was the conversation towards the end of the game about the focus on defense? Because you guys were able to take advantage of some of those key steals and defensive plays to convert them into offensive points.
Just be more scrappier. You know, it's about who wanted more, and you know, we weren't trying to lose the game. KCP made another huge play where they turned it over out of bounds, and I think it started with him. You know, his mindset, his pressure. Him and Rondo actually, you know, getting into the ball, diving on the floor for loose balls. LeBron had a great play. We dove into the stands and for a loose ball. But KCP came in with that pressure and, you know, put the pressure on Tatum to make some tough shots, and he did. But you know, he forced him to some shots that he, you know, probably didn't want to take.
AD, you said on Friday that you felt like you owed them one from the last game in Boston. How did that affect the intensity or the motivation that you guys had today, especially?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. You know, with or without Kemba, they're a tough team. They proved they can win with them, and they proved they can win without them. And to play a team like that, you know, in your building, you know, playoff atmosphere is something that you want. You know, you don't want to shy away from the moment, and you know, we just stayed with it. You know, whether they made runs, we made runs. We just stayed in the moment and just try to, you know, complete the win. But we know how big this rivalry is. It goes way back, way before, you know, some of us was even born. So, you know, we want to make sure that we came in here and get the win, especially the way they beat us in Boston.
You talk about not shying away from the moment. You've had some big free throws here in the last week. What's the approach in those moments? I know, I'm sure you want to treat it like any other free throw, but are they any other free throws? How do you?
That's how you have to treat them like that. And you know, I take a lot of, you know, pride in my free throws, and you know, I've been missing a couple lately that, you know, I don't like, and you know, you put too much pressure on yourself to go up here and you know, make the free throw no matter what moment it is. You're probably going to miss. So I don't think whether I, you know, miss one or make one. Each free throw is a new free throw, and I go up there with the mindset that I'm gonna make every single one.
Yeah, can you break down LeBron's turnaround shot and just tell us how much confidence the team has in him taking that type of shot?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we want to run if you know, that free throw out of bounds play was our ball, and you know, it was no question that we were going to give it to him right there. You know, in his sweet spot. You know, had a whole side of the floor with about, you know, 10 seconds, I think, and he got to his money shot. It's a shot he always makes, a shot he always takes in practice and in games, and you know, he did what he do best and made the shot.
Tomorrow's win, there were a lot of Lakers and Celtics greats at the game tonight. Does the rivalry take on even more meaning when you're playing in front of all those guys?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously they'll be here for, like, this is a huge rivalry, dating back to, you know, God knows when, and it's, you know, it's something that everybody wants to see, and you know, to be a part of it, it means a lot for all of us standing in the moment and recognizing the hype around this rivalry. And you know, I think both teams know it. We had guys who played for Bill Russell here. You had, you know, KG here. So you had a lot of people who played in these rivalries here to witness, you know, the rivalry go on, and so we're happy we were able to get this one.
Last two questions.
AD, tomorrow's going to be an emotional day for this team again, going through this. I'm curious, over this last month, when you've thought about Kobe, what are the thoughts that come to your mind most? What are sort of the memories that really kind of have percolated most in the last month?
All the good ones. The ways he inspired me, the way he inspired this organization, this team, the players on this team. And so for us is trying to figure out how we can, continue to stay in the moment and while embracing and carrying on his legacy, every game. He's been, part of his legacy. I mean, there's this rivalry for 20 years. And so it's been, fun to watch him, in something like this. And, anytime we step on the floor is how do we carry on his legacy each and every game. And tomorrow's going to be tough again, but, we just got to, make sure that we stay in the moment as well. And when it's time to grieve, then, we grieve. And when it's time to line up between the lines and do what people want us to do, then we have to do it.
Anthony, what has Rob done in the last month to try to help the team move forward?
I talked to Rob about that.